installing mnspd 300 AC for AC electrical panel and breakers. So today we're not going to be talking about electrical panel, but we're going to be dealing with this guy right here, which is the AC input. So because of that, if you're going to be charging from the grid, you're powering back your house, or maybe a bypass, you know, like here you have the bypass right there. See, inverter AC bypass, and you have the inverter output and the inverter input. So the input and the bypass is almost the same, because when your batteries are low, or maybe your inverter is having a problem, or you're working on it, you can bypass the entire house by flipping the switch, which is right here, this one. And this is just the inverter charger. If you want to charge, or AC inputs if you want to charge your batteries. So guys, because of that, you need a surge protector to protect each line if you're charging under 240. So the protector right here, surge protector or suppressor, made by Midnight Solar, it's always good to have one of these guys. If you don't have one, I'll recommend you have one of them. They come in different style. Some of them are red, some of them had a black and a stripe in there, some of them are clear. But this one is kind of clear, and it has an inbuilt fuse on it. They can be blown, but it's really hard to just blow these things. I think it's up to about 500 and something, whatever, amps, if I'm really correct, but I can give you approximately. Let me use the word approximately. And they can go bad, but they can repair them as well. And Midnight can repair them because they are the manufacturer of this unit. And there's an indicator here, LED indicator, that tells you it works. It's another one here. These are all things to tell you the thing is working. You have a red, a black, and a green, which is on the DC side. You can say positive, negative, and a ground. On the AC side, it's gonna be L1. No, L1 is the black one, L2, and the ground. Okay, but on AC application, it's mentioned that you can able to install one of these, because there are two channels. That's the word. It's two channels on this guy. Okay, this is a channel by itself. This is a channel by itself. Doesn't mean like it's a battery positive, negative. Maybe it's gonna give you one thing. No, this is a channel by itself. It protects itself. Some of them have all these capacitors or whatever you call them, like 8 of them, little ones. But this one has 2 big ones. So, and each one is a channel. So you can connect one of these wire to your AC input, and you can connect one of these to your AC output and get this one as a ground. But there are different preferences you can able to do when it comes to this situation. So you can connect this as one. Another option, you get it on the L1 or L2. Okay, you can do that. Connect and at ground. All right. So anytime you see this indicator doesn't work, and maybe the batteries are connected, or maybe the AC is on, and the batteries are on, or the solar array is on, this one LED doesn't illuminate, that means you have a bad SPD. So let's go about it and install it. Trying to put it this time over here so that we can able to get the access for the AC directly to these guys. You can pass this thing on a breaker if you want to, but it doesn't require a breaker. But some of them do have the option going through a breaker and whatever. You want to make sure this thing is always on, or sometimes is recommend you have a fuse line on it, which is half an amp or an amp fuse. When it's blown, then this thing is going to be energized still. It's going to be energized like crazy. Okay, and this thing can carry so much current on this thing that's really, if that voltage or current that it has is gonna really hurt someone, maybe it's gonna stop your heart. I'm not trying to scare anyone here, but these guys are really nice to have or good to have in the home. It doesn't mean you have to have a solar panel or a solar off-grid system, but any electrical panel in your house, as long as you have like a barn, you have a garage, as long as you have electronics on it, like a refrigerator, freezer, or whatever, you want to have one of these guys, and sometimes anytime you install, you have any place that is almost like use over 100 foot of cable far away from the house, because when a lightning struck and that wire on the ground act like an antenna, and because of that, it's gonna, come all the way to your house. If you don't have this thing, and it will be a disaster. But it's nice to have one of them or multiple of these guys. If your house is wired, I'll recommend you have an electrician buy some of these, and like the 300s, you can put it, because the 300 it takes from anything with 250 to 300 volt, like for charge controllers and all that kind of stuff. And you can have the 115, which started at 90 volt to 115. That's for low voltage appliances, AC, DC. These ones can work both. It doesn't matter. It can work both AC, DC. It's not like only AC or DC. No, they are recommended for AC or DC. They still work. But the DC side, you have a high voltage on your charge controller and inverters or whatever. You can use this as from 24, 48 volt. It's recommended to have like the 300 SPD lightning arrestor or suppressor. But anything with the 600s is recommended, like those big solar array that brings over 450, 500, 600 grid-tied inverters and all that kind of stuff, because that's the kind of voltage this thing's gonna really act. So it doesn't matter sometimes if your voltage doesn't reach this level. You have to, when you have anything bigger like this, the voltage rise all the way like a lightning struck, and this thing is gonna protect your stuff. Okay, so don't worry about anything that you don't have. These guys worked. It has been tested in California at Midnight Solar. You can see they have some videos about it, and you see it, how they test these guys, how they work. But anyway, we're gonna install one of these. We already have one in, and we have another one coming in, and this is the one I install. This is gonna be for the solar array. This is what I'm telling you. See, this one I get a ribbon, and this one just a clear, and there's another one here which is working right now for my these guys right here out back. But we focus on these guys right now, and we can go back to the one whole process how to go about it. But I'll recommend, if you have spent a lot of money and you want to protect your assets and secure everything, your investment, I would say, and protect lives, because this thing can arc. I've seen this thing. I've seen it, because it happened with this one here when I dropped a tool. I was fixing my battery bank down here, so 48 volts, which is really a lot of power, and the thing arced, and it just like boom, that thing, just like the lights, all just like a flashing, like flashing. I thought my inverter is gone. My charge controllers are gone. The system shut off because the voltage was so high, and the arc, this thing arrested right away, which is a 115. Okay, and this is what happened. Well, the fan just kicked in because the wife is cooking in the kitchen, so we pull in some power. So guys, stay tuned. Alright guys, you can see the knockout right here just busted this thing, so I'm gonna be pushing back and forth and see it's gonna pop. Okay, there you go. You see a hole right there, right in the corner right here, so that's where it's gonna go. Alright guys, that's how far we've gone installing the SPD from Midnight Solar, surge protector or surge suppressor for your electrical panel and for your breakers. So they're gonna go into these guys, the inputs of the AC. See that one? L1, L2. So L2 on the corner, L1 out. You see L1, H2 out, H1 out. So we gotta come to the H2 in and H1 in, or you can go the in and out. Okay, all right guys, this is how it looks like, and they are all here. And thanks for watching. JW Solar USA, love you guys all. Subscribe and share to the channel. Right now I just hook up one leg, it's not two legs, so I hook up on leg 2, the H2, for just 120. Okay, I haven't done all the 240 yet. I'm taking my time to get all these things figured out well and get it all arranged. That's the word, get everything arranged. And it's gonna be black wire here and black wire here, which is the input of the AC and the output of the AC for the 240. But something I have to understand about this, hook it up and the 240 doesn't want to charge, but the 120, each leg, anyone I try on the 120, if I have the 240 on, then it will work, it will charge the batteries. I test that. But trying to charge with a 240, there's something that's going on, and it's like a backfeed or something. Or am I going to say it? It's not doing it for some reason. So I don't know. I'm gonna do some digging into that and check my work here and see everything is gonna work. I can put the 2 probes here. I can get my 240 and trying to charge, it can just do the 240 for some reason. I don't know what they did here, because this is how it came. So these breakers here, I don't know if something defective here or something, probably, I don't know. But I'll try and resolve that problem. But the 120 each leg, it's gonna pull power out, 240 in to charge the batteries, or 240 L1, L2 plus the ground, whatever, it's not doing that. So, but I can charge on one leg, on 120 each leg, either or. So the inverter works. It works either or, but for some reason, I don't know what's going on. Maybe you will encounter that problem. Maybe it's a ground out to ground bonding. Maybe that's the thing. Something I'm trying to figure it out. Why it's not taking my 240 to bring 30 amp on each to give me the 30 amp, because 15 on each leg, 15 15, so I end up having 30 amp. But it's a double thing, so if you look at it, it's supposed to be giving you approximately 30 amp per leg, if I'm right. But it's a 15 amp, but the double breaker for 240, so it's like a 15 15 here. So guys, tell me what you think, and that's one of the issues I'm trying to resolve, what's going on. And this is how you set up the thing, and I don't want the video to be long. Then I'm gonna hook up all the wires like I just demonstrated. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. JW Solar USA. Love you guys all. Have a nice day, and stay tuned for more to come on this project.